Welcome to the Untitled Chapter short video on the section properties calculator. My name is Kurt Krasavage and I'm an account manager for the Tekla products. In today's video, I will show how easy it is to build up a shape so that we can get our section properties for further analysis. When you open up TEDS, you'll see a file folder for section properties. There will be two options. If you click on the compound section properties, this is going to give us the option for two W sections at 90 degrees, a channel section on a W section, or a plate on a W section. If you're looking for more flexibilities, I would recommend going to the first folder and clicking on Section Properties Calculator. Before going into the calculation, you can see the scope, the general notes, assumptions and limitations, and also the revision history, which is going to show, when the modules have been enhanced or revised. When you're ready, click on the Calculate button, and it's going to open up a wizard for us. We're going to work our way from top to bottom and traditionally left to right. So you have the option under Type for Custom, which is going to allow us to have freedom to build whatever types of shapes we want. I can see the size of the canvas, where I can make it bigger or smaller, and I can also give it a title. So I'm just going to say Custom Section Properties. We'll come down to our detail if I want a full or a summary, and then I can look at my variables. So I'm going to select Next, and then what it does is it opens up the canvas that we selected. Now you may want to zoom in here, so I traditionally go to Zoom, 75%, and then I can actually come down to the model and see what we're going to be working with here. So you have the ability now to build up a shape, any type of shape, with a rectangle, circle, or a triangle. So I can easily just grab and drop that into our module. If we double click on this, you can edit these properties if needed. I can say this is 10 inches by 10 inches. I can control the X and Y coordinates of the centroids. I can look at my angle of rotation, our density, and then also if you have different grades of steel or materials, we can change the relative modular ratio. Okay, and you can build up items just like that. So building a combination of shapes, or if you wanted to put a hole in here, I can come through and we can put in a hole to the member as well. Okay. Another option is we can actually use the predefined shapes that we have. So if I come through here, I could see all the material libraries or section libraries that we have throughout the modules. If you're working with some historic shapes, we have options for those, as well as a lot of different countries. So you would come down through here, I'm just going to use the US shapes, and then we have the library of all our W shapes, channels, angles, etc. So choose a shape that you'd like to start with. I'm going to say a W12 by 50. And then maybe I want to add a channel to this. I can come back through my shapes and say I want a C10 by 20, and it'll drop it into the model. So now we have two separate shapes. With these, I can click on the shape, and then you get the traditional features that you're accustomed to with CAD. If I want to rotate this member, I simply click on Rotate, hover over it, and I can just drag my mouse to rotate this a certain distance. If you want to put the channel on top of the W shape, first you would select the shape that you want the member to go to, and then select the shape that is going to move. And you'll notice the white handles versus the gray handles. We also have snap options up here. So when I click on Snap Shapes, you can see the white versus the gray. Well, we're going to take that gray snap to the white, and I can put this on the left, to center, or the right. And I'm going to say I want to put this on the top center. This will allow me to combine these objects very quickly. And once we have a series of built-up shapes, I can highlight over the members, and then we have the option to group or ungroup these. So since they were ungrouped, we're going to group them as one, and then I can come up to File and copy to my calculations and exit. And this is going to give us an output where I can see my area, second moment of inertia, the radius of gyration, my plastic section modulus, and then my elastic section modulus, as well as the distance to the equal axis area. If you need to recalculate this, it's as simple as clicking on Recalculate, and then you can come back through and edit the properties. If you're looking to work with a member and just add a plate, another feature is to select that member. So maybe you have a W shape. It's going to tell me that by changing this, I'm going to lose what I already had, and that's fine. If I go to Details, you can come here. I can automatically, manually put in the properties, or we can come over to our shapes and I can select a shape from the catalog. So again, let's just say a W14 by 74. I select OK, and then it's going to give me the properties of that member. I can then add a plate very quickly. So you would check your box for include plate, and then it's going to give me some defaults here. So I can manually do this, or I can increase by using the arrows, and this will create the plate on the bottom, the top, or we could put this on the left, middle, or right, and then we also have the option to offset this a certain distance. So if you're working with plates on members, whether it's a channel, a tube, a W shape, using this part of the module will work even faster than the custom portion. Again, you'll come down through, I can see the custom properties, get all my properties, and then we can take this information into one of the other analysis modules and come up with the appropriate shears, moments, and deflections. This concludes the short video on the section Property Calculator. Thank you.